All right. Peace, family. Peace. What's going on? What's going on?
All right.
A lot of thunder and lightning in New York today, Billy,
I
man.
hear it, man. I hear it. Wow.
Yeah, yo, did you see the footage of the subway stations with the water was like waist deep and the people was in it? Yo, it was
No,
crazy in New York, man. It was crazy, man.
that hasn't happened in about maybe 8 years. About 8 years ago, that happened. I remember seeing some images online where the subway stations were so flooded, there were fish and stuff down there.
Yeah, it was crazy. I remember.
Yeah.
I forgot what that was called, that hurricane, but I remember.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Stuff, man.
It was
Wow.
super crazy, man.
Yeah.
Well, everybody in the chat, welcome in. Come in, spread this, the link, hit like. We're gonna have an important conversation. The thing about what's the world we're in now, family, and one of the things I want to make sure I bring to y'all is that there's obviously a financial revolution going on. So me having a platform, and it's a financial revolution that's happening that we aren't being told, and that certain people are taking advantage of, and they just want us to go along with our everyday lives in the old paradigm.
Yeah.
So it would be wrong of me not to bring this information to y'all, just like the cryptocurrency, the metaverse, everything going on. Family, we have to know about this. The actual name of the show, Billy, is Billy Carson speaks on his $1,000 per day side hustle that anyone could do. Now, let me elaborate on that. When me and Billy Carson was doing the I Imagine Nation workshop, I was talking to brother on the phone. We was talking about the workshop, and he mentioned to me stock options, and he told me about Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. And he said, yo, Rich, Donald Trump is no idiot. When he goes up there and he says these foolish things, he's manipulating the stock market to go down or to go up. I'm like, Billy, what do you mean? He's like, well, you don't have to just bet on the stock market going up. You could bet on it going down as well. And I'm like, I never knew that. I thought stocks was just about you put your money in a stock and you hope it go up.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could put, that sounds more like sports betting to me. You could,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even know that the options game was like that. So there's a lot of information that we were never told in the hood, in the urban community, in the conscious community, and in a whole lot of communities. There's a lot of information that we weren't told that this brother has access to. So I'm thankful to bring you on the platform and for you to relay this information to the people. When we first brought it up, so many people were interested. And I want to share the link once again. I just posted the link once again for those who are interested in making money, even if you have a job or if you don't have a job. This is money you can make on the side, and you could go back to doing what you do. Yeah. So with that being said, Billy, could you explain to the people what you were telling me about stock options? Because I had no idea some of the things you were telling me when you told me originally in the beginning of 2020.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just, it's amazing how time flies. And when I was talking to you about it, and I was trading, matter of fact, I was teaching options classes, if you remember correctly.
Yes.
Myself and Samantha Bryant, the former news anchor for ABC News, we taught several stock options courses together at the Ritz-Carlton in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, which were very, very successful. We sold out the room each time, and obviously that was pre, the situation that we got into with the world shutting down. And I happened to randomly bring it up the other night when we were talking about some things when I came on your show, and you asked the people if they want to learn about this, and I think I flashed my screen on that particular one account. I had over $110,000 or $114,000 or something like that in that account, and I have 6 of those different trading accounts, and each one's got well over 100,000 in each one. That's almost a little bit more than $500,000. Wow. And just and then most of that was built on stock options. Some of it is stock where I buy stock, buy and hold, but that's a long-term play. And there's a short-term play that a lot of people don't know about, that stock options. And so typically how you thought stocks work, which they do, by the way, you can buy Tesla. So if you bought Tesla 5 years ago when it was about $80, right, and you bought some and you sat on it and held it, right now today it's worth about $650 a share. So by that method, 5 years later, the stock value had gone up, and how many of your shares you have, you multiply that by the amount of increase in the stock, and then you have whatever your profit is, right? And
Right.
that's a great way to do stocks, buy and hold, especially with stocks that appear to be, on a consistent rise over time. Of course, they all meander up and down, but over time, if you look at that scale, things like the battery, the tech industry with electric batteries, different companies that are making big moves in essentials like Amazon, for example. And I think Amazon's trading at about $3,500 a share now. And there's also great funds that you can get into that are a lot less risky, not completely risk-free, but less risky, like Berkshire and Hathaway fund. You can get in a fund like that. And these other types of funds that are available on these platforms that you can invest in 10, 15, 20, 100, 200, whatever, whatever you can afford every single week or a month or every quarterly, whatever you put in over time, those will typically, in most cases, accrue money as they grow. So you can build a retirement fund for yourself and things like that. Now, I built my account pretty fast, and how I got into why I decided to do the options courses when I was doing them before the situation in person was because I started literally an options account with $500, and I grew that thing to $40,000 in just a matter of a few weeks.
500 to 40,000.
500 to 40,000,
Wow.
in trading options. Now, options, it's a little bit different, and it's much higher risk in some ways if you don't know what you're doing. However, now, let's say I'm tracking a stock and I hear information that the earnings call basically for that particular stock is coming up, and I get the earnings call date, which I'm going to teach everybody how to do. I research that stock, which I'm going to teach you how to really, truly research a company and their stock and look for trends and everything else. And then once I analyze all that data and I come to an educated decision on that stock, then I realize whether it's going to make its earnings call. In other words, are they going to meet their projected earnings to their stockholders, or are they going to miss the earnings call? In other words, are they going to fall short of what the projected earnings are going to be? Now, if a stock meets the earnings or exceeds earnings, as long as there's no other crazy sideline news about something with the company, then typically the stock will have the 3 days leading up to the earnings call. If it's already predicted that it's going to meet or exceed, you'll start to see this growth pattern of the stock actually going up. And then after the earnings call, you'll start to see a little bit more of a trending up in the stock. And now if it's going to miss its earnings call, in other words, it's going to fall short of projected earnings to its stockholders, then you're going to see emotion set in from the stockholders, and you're going to see people selling off the stock, and you're going to see the stock price drop. Now, in an options call, you can make money on the call going up, and you can make money on the put when it's going down. And so what this means is some of the benefits of buying options is you can buy a lot more stock when you're buying it as an option versus when you're buying it as a stock you're going to keep. Now, when you buy options, you don't own the stock, but you can acquire a lot more. You can buy 100 shares per contract. And so you can buy multiples of contract, typically up to 500 contracts is usually the max they'll let you do. Okay, but that's a lot of shares that you own. So let's say a stock is at $100. And I'm predicting that after the earnings, I'm predicting it's going to meet its earnings or exceed its earnings call. And I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to put a call on this stock that it's going to probably most likely reach 105. Now, I'm not the type of guy that likes to go really too high. The higher you go and where you're claiming it should get to, the more revenue you can earn as it moves up on the chart. However, the higher the risk, it might never get that high. I like to trade what they call trading close to the money. So I don't go too far. I just want to make some money. I want to make some profit. I don't want to try to get in here and destroy the game. I just want to make some money with as little risk as possible. So I'm going to teach people how they can figure out the right call price, how they can watch and monitor as that stock is moving up within those first, 1 hour, sometimes as long as 4 hours. Typically, that's about the range you're going to get in terms of movement before it starts turning back the other way, and how they can hit their call price, how to take their profit and back out, even if it continues to go up and you could have made, an extra $20,000 of the stock. Who cares? The thing is, I'm going to teach people is how to make money consistently on options and not being greedy, but knowing how to make money consistently. Now, if I'm predicting that the stock is going to fall and it's going to drop, I'm going to teach you how to stay close to the money there, but bet that it's going to be lower than what it opened at the previous day and something very close to the money. So maybe I may say it's going to drop to 95 from 100. And as it moves down because of the people selling off the shares, then it's not meeting, it didn't reach its earnings call and everything else, which I'm going to teach people how that works. Then all of a sudden I'm making money if the stock drops. To give you an idea of how much money you can make on dropping stocks that are dropping, Ray Dalio is one of the most famous people in the world for doing calls and puts on stock options. He runs the world's largest hedge fund. Yeah, that hedge fund has $150 billion in it. So all the super elites and oligarchs of the world are in that fund with him, and he controls the money. He does calls and puts on the stock market with that money. Now, in November of 2019, long before the situation happened in March of 2020, and you can Google this, in November of 2019, he went public and said that the stock market is going to crash March of 2020. He didn't say why. And he put a $1.5 billion out of the $150 billion he had access to. He put a $1.5 billion put against the stock market to crash in 2020. Well, that put that he put down for $1.5 billion made, I think, over $100 million in profit. Okay. Now, how did he know that was going to happen? That's a big question mark. But again, you got to remember, he's in there with the big wigs, the people with all the big money who know all the stuff going on behind the scenes. So obviously he had some inside information that told him that it was going to happen. And that's why he did the put for $1.5 billion that the stock market was going to drop. And boy, did it drop. And they made a killing off of that. So like I was telling you earlier, in the beginning of 2020, Rich, when I was telling you about, Trump, he may get on Twitter and he'll say, we're going to put an embargo against China, right? For some crazy number of money. And he knows right away that when that tweet drops, the Chinese stocks are going to drop. So he has his crew and they just go, they're already standing by to drop the put to trade on the stock market. And they're putting in puts, his team putting in puts and he's crashing the Chinese stocks, right? Then all of a sudden, a few weeks later, the negotiations are going well now. And then all of a sudden the stocks go up and now he's making money on the calls. And so by that method, this guy's manipulating the stock market. One of the other reasons why he's not allowed to tweet anymore, Jeff Bezos has so much power in his tweet that he can actually crash economies with one tweet. So he's not allowed to tweet at all. He's not allowed social media at all. Can't say anything about anything dealing with stocks and things like that because he's too powerful. One tweet can literally crash an entire economy. And now Elon Musk is almost in the same boat. He's been using tweets to influence the price of Bitcoin and Dogecoin and Ethereum and cryptocurrency. He's using his tweets to influence the pricing on that stuff. And so what you'll see eventually, very soon, is he'll be banned from tweeting about cryptocurrency and stocks very, very soon because it's too easy for people with that much power and that much reach to manipulate the market to their favor. They know what they're going to say before they say it, right? It's the old story about the prophet. If I'm going to prophesy about something that happened 1,000 years ago and I already know what exactly happened, of course, I'm going to give you the exact result. And because you didn't study and find out where I got the information from, you're going to think it's miraculous. So, these people already know the answer because they're the ones who are going to say what it is. So that's what's going on. But yeah, calls and puts, man, on the stock market, prices going up, prices going down. I'm going to teach you guys how to understand volatility, how to understand when something's a bull. You're going to really understand all the terminology. We're going to go through a whole terminology book that I put together. And we're going to learn everything from top to bottom, how to trade, what buying and holding is, how to swing trade, how to options trade. It's going to be an in-depth workshop. And I'm telling you right now, but now Saturday is a day that I can't trade live. But before we get to the actual event, I'm going to record myself doing some live trades and save it as a video clip. And then I'm going to play that during the actual event. So you can see me making live trades and making money. And I think a person should be able to, and I can't guarantee this because I'm not allowed to guarantee anything, but $1,000 a week, if you really know what you're doing, is realistic for people trading options.
Indeed. So first of all, before I say this, this is happening August 7th, family, from 1 to 5 p.m. So this is August 7th, the stock options workshop presented by Billy Carson. The brother's going to be teaching us financial literacy in the options market. Whether, for those of you who are extra pro-black and extra righteous, and you want to bet on a company falling, you don't like Apple, you want them, then put a put on it. You know what I'm saying? Put a put on it. If you feel good about the demise of certain companies, then you can make money off of that. If you feel like they're gonna fall or whatever, either way, family, we could benefit from what's going on, and we're definitely being left out of this game that we weren't privy to or that we weren't taught in our institution. So it's going down August 7th, 1 to 5 p.m. Whether you like a company or whether you dislike a company, whether you like the country or corporation or you dislike them, there's a way to profit and make money. So this is for everybody. This is definitely for everybody. And this is a great side hustle. Like Billy said, he went from 500, what you said, 500 to 40,000?
540,000. And within the first few weeks, actually, to be honest with you, it wasn't that hard at all. And then that's
better than cryptocurrency. That's better than cryptocurrency, Billy.
Yeah. Well, options, you can make big hits really quick. I mean, on AMC, I made $100,000 in one day. So I mean, you can make big hits really, really quick on the market.
Have you lost a lot of money? Because some people hear about the win a lot. Have you lost a lot?
I won 80% of the time, which is a great ratio to losing 20%. And because I always bet close to the money, my losses are also very small. And then I cap myself with stop losses, which I'm going to teach people how to put in stop losses so you can stop the bleeding and take back the money you had in, whatever's left there you had in, or you can gamble and risk it and think it's going to continue to move in a different direction much later. But I'm going to teach you how to be very conservative when it comes to options, how to stay close to the money, and how to know when to pull out and and cut it and move on to the next thing. It's not being 100% is impossible. Anybody says they're always winning and always 100%, they're lying to you. But if you can win 70 to 80% of the time, you're doing darn good. It takes me back to this old country song. I might age myself here. You got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. You got to know when to walk away and know when to run. You got to count your money when you're sitting at the table, because there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Kenny Loggins.
Ooh, okay. Hey, man. Hey, all right. Let's get to a couple of questions from the people, because we're not going to be in here long.
Yeah.
And we want the people to join, so I want to get to their questions in particular. Let's start out with signing up for the class with a credit card. Yeah, that's fine. Kenneth Willis. Yeah, that's fine, Kenneth. Let's see. How do you win when the stock market is so volatile?
Great question. Okay, now the beautiful thing about options is, and how I trade, I'm going to teach you how I trade. I'm a Momo trader. I'm a momentum trader is what they call it. They call it a Momo, okay? And so I trade on momentum. So even in volatility, I can make money when the stock is rising up and going down. I'm going to teach you how to analyze a stock and watch its daily progress. You're going to research it over a period of, about a week or two, and you're going to watch its trends and its volatility trend. It's almost like a heartbeat. It's almost like a person inhaling and exhaling even. And so you're going to see these trends where these stocks are making these moves, these up and down, up and down, up and down. And I'm going to teach you how to get into a trade, make a call, make money on the up. And then within a few minutes, you're out. You're selling and you're out. And now you're going to make money. When it starts to turn back, you're going to make money on the drop. When it drops back down a few points, then you get out again. If you're happy with the money you made at that moment, usually I am, and I walk away. Or you may say, well, I'm going to go back in again. The more times you go in, obviously, the more risk you're taking. But in a volatile stock that's moving up and down on a consistent basis, it still has its own algorithm. It still has a specific rhythm to it as it's moving up and down. And as long as you know what news is being dropped at what moment and when and everything else, there's a very good chance you could play it to where you can make a little money on the up, make a little bit of money on down, make a little bit of money on up, make a little bit of money on down, and then you pull out of there. So swing trading, you're looking for a stock to consistently rise, where you're buying a certain amount of stock, and you buy 1,000 shares of Tesla when it was only $100, and then all of a sudden you're waiting 5 years later, it's worth, $700, or that's a long-term hold. But if let's say you buy it at $100 and it goes up $100 in 2 weeks, you can sell most of those shares, keep some in your, cubby hole there, just save a few, take the profits, go back in again when the stock drops a little bit more, buy some more on the dip, and then watch it rise again, sell again, save some, sell some. So I'm going to show you that swing trading. You got buy and hold, you got swing trading, and then options, you have volatility, Momo trading, where you're trading against volatility on rise and fall.
Indeed. This is going to be exciting. This is going to be very exciting.
Yeah.
I can't wait, my brother. I definitely can't wait. I haven't gone. I'm not going to lie. I've started the cryptocurrency trading, but I haven't gone to the options like that. So I'm looking forward to finally putting my foot in the game and really getting into the options trading. Let's get to the next question. Will you have a recommendation group, Mr. Mack?
That's a great question. I'm going to create a private group on Unite the 99. People seem to like that. The Unite the 99 is my social media platform that I created. So I created a private group for the Raise Millions workshop that I did with Dawn Dixon, the Black Female Entrepreneur of the Year. And we have people in there really doing phenomenally and doing well. They really are following our instructions that we set forth in the workshop. We did a 5-hour workshop, and they're showing and posting their business credit scores, their personal credit scores, their loans and lines of credit that they're getting. People are in there making big things pop. And so I saw the great success I did with that. And now I'm going to create another one just for this. It'll be on Unite the 99. It'll be a private group in there. Once you sign up for free, it doesn't cost you any money to be a member. You'll be added to a private group once your email is verified that you had an Eventbrite ticket. And in there, I'll be dropping information on a daily basis as to which stocks are doing what recommendations are there, suggestions, and so forth. Things like that. So it's going to be a group that's going to have active information being posted in there every single day.
Damn, Billy, if I knew you was doing all that, I would have made the price higher, man. That's a lot for $99, man. God damn, bro.
I just want to see people win. I want to see people win, man, and come up. This is something you can do as a side hustle, and the risk is there, but there's also a huge reward there. If you practice and study and learn the right way, you have a great opportunity. And what will happen eventually is it won't just be me posting. Other people will start posting, I researched this or I researched that. It won't be just me. It'll be eventually, check this out, or this stock has some bad news on it. It's probably going to drop on Monday morning because, like, for example, Tyson Chicken, they had 250,000 listeria recall, 250,000 chickens on a recall, right? So, that it's probably going to have a drop, which means you can do a put. You can make some money when it drops. Virgin Galactic 3 months ago, which I've been in Virgin Galactic for a long time, is called Space, SPCE. They had a situation where the rocket ship was taking astronauts to space, and then it had a malfunction, and the rocket ship canceled the mission itself on its own AI technology and brought the people back. So because it wasn't a successful mission, we knew the stock was going to drop. Myself and my son, my youngest son, Justin, we both made money on the drop because we did puts on it. Now, they had a successful mission a few weeks later, a month and a half later, actually, and it went up, shot all the way up from where $31 now to over 55 at that point. We made money on that rise. So there's a trend to this as a way to research it. But those kind of things, when we see them, for everyone who's involved, it's like, hey, we need to drop this in the group so everybody can see this, because there's abundance for everyone. No, we can't be like, we're going to hide this because, no, everybody can get a crack at it. Everybody can win. Everybody can eat. There's more than enough money for everybody to make money. It's not like if you're the only one that knows about it, you're going to make all the money. If there's 100,000 people that make the same exact call and they all win, they all just win. So I want to see people win, man. I want to see people come up.
All right. What does the Greeks in options represent?
The Greeks is that's a system that's in place that gives you basically a measurement of the factors of options prices and option contract prices. You have delta, gamma, theta, vega. It's this whole thing. We'll go over it in the workshop on how it works, but it's this system of reading and understand options from various different ways. and the measurement factors that are going to affect the options contracts for things like time decay and all these other factors that come into place.
All right. We're not talking about cryptocurrency right now, family. This is options related. We got a very important workshop coming up August 7th from 1 to 5. I posted the link several times. It is pinned at the top as well. A lot of people ask for this options course, and we're providing it. This is a great way, whether you have a 9 to 5 or whether you're an entrepreneur, this is a great way to make money on the side. A question I have, Billy, how many hours per day do you spend trading options?
Not that long, because I think if I stay in too long, I'm going to end up losing. So I like to typically get in. The market opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm typically in by 9:30, and by 10 o'clock p.m., I'm sorry, 10 o'clock a.m. the same morning, 30 minutes, I'm out. Sometimes I have another few options that I've been running for a longer term throughout the day, but that's rare. It's typically between 9:30 to 10:30 max, in and out, boom, boom, you know.
I mean, brother, to make this amount of money and only spend an hour, because time is important to everybody. So the fact that you only spend an hour, that's amazing, man.
Yeah. So the more money you accumulate, the more power moves you can make on, you know what I'm saying, on an options call or put. So initially, you're starting out with small amount of money, some people, right? So you got to make smart moves, and you got to start off small. And you only maybe be able to buy one contract or two contracts, right? And then you got to make the profit from that, and you got to reinvest that into more bigger moves as you get more and more capital. So I might make a move in the morning for $30,000 or $40,000, and I might get in a call and then get back out of it, within 15, 20 minutes, and make myself $7-8 grand. And I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm happy for the day. I made $7-8 grand today, and let me move on to the rest of my business,
What about the Staley wants to know, what about the supply demand zones?
Supply demand zone. So that's going to be in the workshop. That's going to be in the actual guide that I'm going to have. I'm going to have a PDF guide that's going to have all these things, and it's going to be able to give you a worksheet that's going to help. I'm going to go through this whole worksheet with you. You're going to, be able to look at the information as to how things trade and how it works. Now, a lot of the supply and demand zones are typically used in mostly things like Forex trading. And so, but we're not doing Forex trading, we're doing options trading. And so I'm going to give you the difference between the two, and you're going to understand what Forex trading is. You're going to understand what options trading is. You're going to have a whole worksheet with all the different definitions and terminology and everything else on what they are. But we don't really have to focus on supply and demand zones because we're not really doing Forex trading. The way that I trade, with like the Momo trading, which is momentum trading, and also, just basically trading off of research, based on research and options. I think it's going to be a much smoother, much easier to understand way. But I will have this worksheet with all these terms, or all these words and terms are going to be in there with all the definitions. It'll be a downloadable PDF for everyone.
Indeed. I just see. Somebody wants to know, does a text come with the course? We're gonna have a private group on Billy's app, Unite the 99. So there will be a private group that you could join once the workshop is done, family. So there will be a group that you could join. Does Billy recommend Webull over Robinhood?
That's a good question. So I have Webull and I have Robinhood. Now, Robinhood has some benefits in that it's very easy to use. I use Robinhood all the time because it's just easy. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. When I'm trying to I'm doing 4 or 5 things at once besides trading, I can press a couple of buttons and I'm done. I'm in and out of trade real quick. Boom, boom. Webull is not as smooth and as easy as Robinhood, in my personal opinion. But the benefit that Webull has over Robinhood is that Webull you can trade after hours. So once you load money into Webull, you can get in and out of trades after hours. Whereas Robinhood works on the basic hours of 9:30 to 4 p.m. I believe it is, every single day. So they all both have their, like for example, TD Ameritrade. The platform is extremely complicated and intricate. Takes a little while to even learn it and all the things that it can do. But you can make those same trades just as quick and easy on Robinhood. I have Fidelity also, Fidelity.com. I have a lot of money in there, and Fidelity it's easy to understand, but it takes a long time to enter a trade because you have to go through all these hoops and fill this stuff out in a certain way. And by the time you get in, sometimes you're late getting in. So that, it's really, Fidelity is really good for buying and holding or swing trading. So you just got to really understand these different platforms and which ones are easier to use than others.
Okay. Let's get to another question. Let me see. What about Acorn? Somebody wants to know, what about Acorn?
Acorn gives you the capability of taking a small amount of money out of your direct deposits and things like that and trading the money that way. You can also add money to that. It's a similar system to like Cash App trading, where you can use Cash App now to buy stocks and Bitcoin and everything else. So it's a good little platform. It's good for beginners, and it gives you the ability to buy and hold stock. You can't, as far as I know, I don't think you can trade any options on Acorn or through the Cash App system. I think you can only buy and hold stock.
Indeed. Mishori G wants to know how much money we need to start.
Well, I started with $500. Anywhere from $500 to $1,500 is a decent amount of money to start to be able to research some stock, and find some good options to jump on. And just starting small, even if you're only making $100 to $200 on a transaction, it's worth it. Just to get in and get out. Of course, the less the money you have, the lower the risk. But I would say it'll be anywhere between $500 and $1,500 minimum. To start off with the ability to at least get some contracts and start trading some of the options.
Okay, how is taxes paid on winnings? Kenneth Willis wants to know.
The taxes are not due, or you won't owe any money on taxes unless you transfer the money to your personal bank account or your business account, depending on how your account is set up. And so as long as it's up there, you don't owe any money. But once you draw it, you will owe money on taxes. There are little loopholes around that. If you maneuver the money into like a Fidelity account, then that account then is used to buy real estate. Well, then you can avoid taxes that way. There's a lot of little loopholes in reducing or avoiding that situation. But in most cases, if you don't have to do any loopholes and jump through any hoops, you'll owe some taxes on the money once you download it. But of course, you'll keep more than what you owe.
Once again, family, workshop is going down August 7th. Let me post this again. August 7th, the stock options workshop hosted by Billy Carson. It's going down live from 1 to 5 p.m. Eastern time. A lot of people asked for it. It wasn't in my initial plan to offer that so soon, but so many people asked for it on my DMs and my emails that I said, damn, I didn't realize so many people were interested in it. But I know why, because I'm interested in it. So I know why y'all are interested in it. But I'm glad that we're able to bring it, and I'm glad that Billy's able to present it to us. August 7th, 1 to 5 p.m. family. I'm going to take about 2 more questions. We ain't going to be here too long today. He'll be here every week, probably before the workshop. So we'll get to a lot more things, family. But for now, we just want to introduce y'all to the workshop, let y'all know what's going down. We're in an era where so many people are quitting their jobs. If they didn't quit their jobs, people don't want to go back to their jobs. And the jobs are like, yo, where the hell is everybody going? There's more retail investors now more than ever in the stock market. So there's a reason for that, family. There's a way for you to, time is important. And the time you spend at your job, you could cut down on the time at your job and spend that time with your loved ones and learn how to make money at a faster rate. You know what I'm saying? And this is one of the ways, family. So I hope you guys take advantage of it. As well as the other workshops, financial workshops I offer. Let me get to a few more questions and then we'll get out of here. We'll be back probably next week. Yeah. Let me see what y'all talking. You want to say anything before we continue, Billy? Let me get to a commercial real quick. We'll be right back, family.
This is Billy Carson with Forbidden Knowledge, Inc. And I want to announce an amazing giveaway. I am going to be giving away a 2013 Rolls-Royce Ghost on December 18th, 2021. All you have to do to enter is Go to forbiddenknowledge.com. That's forbiddenknowledge.com with the number 4. Click on giveaways and register and buy your ticket for a chance to win a Rolls-Royce Ghost on December 18th, 2021. It's going to be an amazing giveaway, and it will be held at the Holman Motor Cars, where they actually sell the Rolls-Royce in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'll see you there.
Hey Billy, how's it going so far? I've been playing the commercial. How's it going? The Rolls-Royce giveaway. So
it's going pretty good. We're up to about almost 1,000 tickets have already been sold for the giveaway.
Dope.
So I'm happy about that. People are excited about it. I mean, this is something, obviously, if you win this vehicle, that's a lot of money that you can turn over the next day when you go to sell it to anybody. Any car dealer is going to come, give you cash for it. It's an easy sale. Nations Auto down here, you go there with anything. I don't care if it's a junker, they're going to give you cash for it on the spot. Same thing, with this car, pretty much anywhere in the world. And they can take that money and they can invest it into stock options. They can invest it into buying and holding shares or mutual funds or life insurance policies, real estate, opening and starting a business, college tuition, whatever it is, whatever they, whatever their heart desires or whatever they need in their life, paying off their debts and getting out of debt, getting their credit back right, whatever it is. I think it's going to be a great opportunity. And the side effect is that the money goes to help underprivileged children with holiday gifts, single parent final notes, electric bills in the winter, and lots of school book bags with supplies in them. So it's going to be an amazing giveaway and an amazing opportunity for everyone that's involved to help one another. And everybody wins anyway, because everybody who buys one ticket gets 6 months free of Forbidden Knowledge TV. Even if they're already a subscriber, they'll get 6 months off their bill. So it's a win-win situation. You just can't lose.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I already got my ticket, and I look forward to December. See what's going down.
Man. Absolutely. It's going to be an amazing giveaway, and it'll be held live at the Rolls-Royce dealership in Fort Lauderdale, and I'll be there on site. They're the ones doing the drawing raffle. I'm not even doing it. It's the third party doing this, and they'll be there, and I'll be able to hang out that day and do book signings, take photos, whatever. Anybody wants to come out of Rolls-Royce dealership and hang out for a few hours, come on down.
All right. Steph wants to know, what materials will we need to acquire before the workshop?
So you'll be sent a PDF file for download to go over while I'm talking. Just having a pen and paper or something, to scribble on if you want to take notes. And again, don't forget, the beautiful thing about our workshops that we always do is they're recorded, and you get the replay for free for life. So you'll have the replay availability to you with no problems. Doesn't cost you any extra money, and you can watch it over and over and over again. It'll be hosted on forbiddenknowledge.tv. It'll be on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple, your iOS or Android app for your mobile device, or the web. And you'll have a special login. Whatever email you use to buy the Eventbrite ticket, you will get an email back to that same email from Forbidden Knowledge TV with your access to log in to watch the replay.
All right. Realty Info, thanks for the super chat. I appreciate any donation I get from the family. All right, let's somebody said, whatever y'all do, don't use margin. What you think about that, Billy?
Yeah, well, margin can get you in debt. Using margin, using the bank's money to invest in options, that can get tricky. If you're doing swing trading and you're really good at it, margin is good because you're doing buy and holds, and you're going to own the stock, and you have time to wait for that stock to rise based off of course, if you're picking good stocks. It's a really strong, educated decision. I know some people that use margin and now can trade $2-3 million in a day if they need to, but they're buying and holding and swing trading. But if you're doing options, you don't want to do options calls with margin, because that can get you in debt, especially if you don't earn anything on that transaction and you lose some money. And if you lose some of the margin money, then you got to owe the bank a margin call. So you don't want to get into doing margins. That's something that you want to do when you're much more advanced and have much more money saved up or accruing in your account. And so I highly don't recommend starting off trying to do margins off the bat, because it can get people in trouble with having margin calls.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there limited spots for the workshop? Are we doing limited spots, Billy? What are we doing?
Well, I mean, I don't want to have 100,000 people in there, but I don't know how exactly you set it up when you set up the Eventbrite, but I would probably say, maybe no more than 500 or 600 people. If we, I'd like to help as many people as I can, but sometimes you can have too many people. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes and how the interest flows.
Right.
If we need to cap it or not. But right now it's open for registration. We just launched it today. So we'd like everybody to hop on in there. If it starts to get to be too much, maybe we'll put a cap. But for right now, it's open.
Indeed. Is the event $99, Billy? Yes, it is $99.
Yeah.
Yes, watch can fly. Yes, it's $99.
Yeah.
Can you move the money to an IRA?
Yes, you can. You can move the money to an IRA. Yes, you can. Yeah.
All right. So listen, family, like I said, we're not going to be too long. You got an email, Billy, about somebody wants to know, can it become affiliate for the gold and silver products, Billy?
Yeah, I'm actually building out an affiliate program now, and I'll be announcing the affiliate program. I have an ambassador manager that's coming on board, and I'll make a major announcement if you let me as well, even on your platform. I'm just looking to recruit affiliates and ambassadors to get, register and get their affiliate links and market all the different products. That's coming up very soon, probably in about 2 weeks. That'll be live, and I'll be able to. My goal is to have 100,000 affiliates out there helping to market the Forbidden Knowledge product line. I'm adding a lot more products as we speak. I'm going into biohacking products and tech products. So it's really going to be built up on the e-commerce side, and adding this affiliate program is going to be huge. So very, very soon, just hang tight. A couple more weeks to go, and you'll be able to get an affiliate link.
Wow, man. I appreciate everybody who signed up just throughout the show. I don't know if y'all can see this. You can't see this, right, Billy?
It's too bright, it's whited out, too much light.
Let me see. Yeah. Hold up. Can't see. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody for signing up so soon to the options, the stock option workshop. But we got over 10 people that signed up just now, Billy. So hey. I appreciate everybody's interest. Like I said, this is important. I see somebody posted, I just hope I'm able to help my family with this information. And you are definitely, listen, man, if you're out there, and I know that feeling, you're looking for a way to help your family or whoever, your loved ones, and there's so much information out there that you don't know where to start. Yeah. But I'm going to tell you, whether it's the health information with KT, whether it's the cryptocurrency information with the brother Bitcoin Bully, or whether it's the stock information, the options information with Billy Carson, you can definitely assist your loved ones with this information. It's all up to your level of commitment, family. It doesn't end at the workshop. After the workshop, family, y'all gotta keep at with this information. You gotta keep grinding and studying every day. Like this is a life choice. This isn't a quick fix, family. So hands down, you can definitely help your loved ones with this information. Hands down.
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt about it. That's what it's here for. There's abundance out here for everybody. This is a way to make your money work for you. The way I see money is if it's sitting in a savings account, then it's not working for you. My daughter was in a car accident, my oldest daughter, and that was a couple of years ago, and she won $10,000 in a lawsuit. And I called her up a couple months back, and I said to her, how much did the bank pay you for that money you got in your savings account? She says, what do you mean? I said, did they pay you any money on that 10,000 that you put in there? Mm-hmm. She said, no. Why would they do that? I said, exactly. But they've been using your money, lending it out 10-1, and they haven't given you any compensation for that. I said, so that tells you that your money is not working for you. You have money sitting in a savings account doing absolutely nothing. You need to I know you don't want to risk it all, but take some of that money. You need to invest that money into. And I showed her started showing her stocks and so forth and everything else in crypto. And now she's grown that money. She's only took out half of it and moved it into the stock market. And now she's grown it, almost double that half that she's taken out. So she sees the benefit of it immediately in just a few short months. And my son, Justin, talking about helping family. I mean, that's what it's all about. He's only 21. Now I've had him now trading options for a full year and a half. And he's doing his own trades. Hey, Dad, he's like, hey, check this out. You need to hop on this because this is going to already happen that, and this is getting ready to crash this. and I made $1,000 today or whatever. And so Justin, who's he works with me a lot on social media. He's one of my he actually is the social media manager for Forbidden Knowledge. He's doing phenomenal, and but he's doing the options trading and buying and holding stocks as well. And this is a little side hustle where he makes himself a little $1,000 here, $1,000 there. He's happy, So it's something you could definitely help family out with, especially if they listen and they execute. If they execute, they can't allow you to do all the work for them. But if they get behind it and learn it and practice it and execute it, put energy into it, the energy exchange will bring forth revenue, to them, as long as they're following the basic principles. And, like I said, nothing's guaranteed, especially when you're dealing in stocks and options. And any investment is something guaranteed. But there's a good probability if you really train and work hard to figure things out and know what you're doing the right way and you have good guidance, then you have a good chance of, generating revenue for yourself.
Indeed. I guess with that, family, I think I'm going to end it on that. And y'all keep listen, man, I appreciate it, family. Y'all keep coming in. Y'all keep getting these tickets. This is dope, man. I can't wait for August 7th. Like I said, I'm going to be honest. I haven't started the options trading yet. Like I said, Billy told me about it in 2020 when Trump was in office. Yeah. But for whatever reason, I've been stalling. I started with the cryptocurrency. I made a lot of money in cryptocurrency. I did great. I haven't did the options yet, so I'm definitely looking forward to getting involved with the options trading. So I'm not just trying to tell y'all about it. I'm looking forward to it as well, family. I think it's something that's gonna give me a extra income as well. So I definitely look forward to it. Let's get one last question, man. But I really appreciate it when we come with this stuff and then people show support by signing up and lets me know that I'm doing the right thing and that people are definitely interested in this. And the last thing is, Billy, you got to bring it on home, man. You got to do your thing for this workshop, man.
Listen, that's no problem. Do you remember the remote viewing workshop that I did?
Yeah.
I went back and did a follow-up.
Did another one.
I did another one with them at no cost, and I think I even did one more meeting. I'm going to actually go back and do another meeting with some people who sent me their targets that I saw had special skills. One of those people is a woman. She might be on here now, who left a comment. I'm going to find that comment and screenshot it and send it to you so you could post it. That the remote viewing class had helped her so greatly in her ability to trade stocks and options, and she's been winning. And this is obviously way before we start doing this class. This is probably a 3-week-old message. I'm going to find it and screenshot it to you. But because of the remote viewing class, she's been getting high success rates in trading stocks and options. And she wanted to thank me for that. So, I bring it home, man. I mean, they're going to get this information. It's going to be up to them once they get it. But as long as they get this information and they process it and they work at it and practice it. And the beautiful thing about, I'm going to show people they can get a paper account where you're not trading real money. So you can start experimenting using fake money. So that you can, hone your skills a little bit. If you're afraid to risk losing actual real money, you can open up a paper trading account. You can trade fake money until and see how you're doing. See what your returns would be.
Billy, man, I'm not gonna lie. You seem like you use remote viewing to trade stock and options too, man.
Well, I do. I use it for everything. I use it for literally. When I tell you everything, I use it for everything.
I knew it, man. I said, I know damn well Billy used remote viewing for this, man. All that money you done made with the options, man.
I win. My thing is this, man. I just sometimes I sit in my house and I just start laughing randomly. I just start laughing. It's just too easy. I mean, not just this options thing. I mean, just this financial matrix in general. I mean, other things in my life, maybe I haven't done that well with, in terms of being that successful with it. But when it comes to business and finance,
you killed that game, huh?
It's too easy, I don't know many people that have 2 Rolls-Royces in their garage, but right now I have 2 of them in my garage, and I'm not an A-list celebrity in Hollywood, and I'm not this big-time rapper with all these platinum albums, and I don't go to nightclubs and have the sparklers coming out to my table with the bottles and all this stuff, So, I'm just sitting in my house, man, and just cranking it out and making it pop,
Yeah, man. All right, last question, Billy. What do you think of auto trader? What do you think about that?
Auto trading. Let me see.
It's like a robot or something does the trading for
Oh,
you.
yeah. Okay, so yes, those are the software, the AI algorithm
Right.
software.
AI, yeah.
Yeah, so the AI algorithm software, I've heard a lot about them. I went to this one guy's house. I met with him. He lives in a penthouse on Brickell in Miami. This penthouse, I think it's like $4 million penthouse with a rooftop on top of the penthouse.
Shit.
And he uses the AI trading technology. I thought it was interesting, but he was trading Forex. So I wasn't that interested in it because I didn't feel like I didn't want to get into Forex at that time. But I may revisit it at a later date. I'm the kind of guy, I don't make up stuff and tell you a whole bunch of stuff that I don't know about. I just know one person that, according to him, he's done extremely well, and that's all he uses. So it's possible that it has some good value to it. But until I get on there myself personally and mess around with it and see how it works, I can't give you a yay or a nay on it. I may pull some down, I may buy some and access it and see if I can make it work for me, But until I do that, I can't recommend it. But I can just tell you, I do know someone who has done very, very well using that AI algorithm software.
Man, this has been a fun conversation, and I think that's when you can make the most money, when you're having a good time.
Yep.
And I think the way you teach and the way you're just talking about it, you're talking about it in such a carefree way. I can only imagine how good and how just relaxed the workshop is going to be. So, man, I can't wait. We're going to end it right now. Listen, family, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Short notice, I just popped up with this live, and thanks for joining us, man. But like I said, it's going down August 7th, 1 to 5 p.m. Eastern time, the stock options workshop. Billy makes a hell of a lot of money on the side just playing options. He told me about it in 2020. I never got into it. I decided to start out with the cryptocurrency because it was just so much for me to learn at one time. But I'm definitely ready to get involved in the options. So I'm not just telling y'all about it, but this is something that me personally, I'm going to get involved with as well. So thanks. Tell the people any contact information, any events you got coming up, anything they need to know, my brother, before we get out of here.
I appreciate it, man. You can go to forbiddenknowledge.com with the number 4, forbiddenknowledge.com. Go to workshops at the top of my page there on my website, and you'll see that I have the Forbidden Disclosure Conference coming up next weekend. And then I've got, of course, this options trading class workshop that I'm going to do with Brother Rich coming up in August. And other than that, just look out for the Rolls-Royce raffle. If there's something there that if you're interested in participating in that, tickets are still on sale. It's a great cause, and you'll get 6 months free of Forbidden Knowledge TV, and maybe a chance to win an actual Rolls-Royce, which you can liquidate into instant capital. All right, so go to forbiddenknowledge.com.
Indeed. And with that being said, family, we're going to get out of here. I will see you next time. Thank you, Billy Carson. Thank you, family, for being in the chat room. We're getting out of here. Peace.
All right, peace.